Hello everybody and welcome back to DIY Diecast. My name is Joe and this is not the weekly show. So if you're brand new to finding the channel, I'm so glad you found me. And now that you found me, it's a great time to subscribe. A couple benefits of subscribing is it's absolutely free and you'll be notified when the next new video drops. I currently have in my library over 200 videos for you to go back and enjoy. Again, if this is your first time finding the channel. And today I'm going to do something a little different. This is not the weekly show. I'm not opening up diecast. Well, I guess I will be opening up one piece of diecast here. But this is what I'm normally doing when I'm not shooting shows or making shorts and videos and stuff like that for YouTube. This is just an average day in the DIY World headquarters here, this massive high-rise building. But this is just, it's Saturday, and it's chill day, and I'm doing what I love to do, customizing my diecast, turning those main lines into fantastic premium cars. When I get done with some of these, you think they are premium cars. And I am always preaching the importance of not looking past these main lines when you guys are in the stores. There's so many incredible things that you can do with them, so many different ways to customize them. I consider myself, my collecting style as being a customizer. I absolutely love to swap the wheels, add in the headlight and tail light details, and so many other things. Put hydraulics on my lowriders. Now that is fun. That is way more fun than just buying some very expensive premium cars and getting a queasy feeling in your stomach, scared to death. Should you open them or should you not? I don't worry about that stuff at all. I have fun with my collection and just want to show you guys what I'm up to today. So I'll get behind the camera and bring you here to my table. It's an absolute mess full of some of the items I use to do some customizations with. And again, show you what I'm up to today. So hang tight. Alright, so this is what the DIY Diecast presentation table that you usually see me doing the show from looks like today. You can see I have a wide variety of projects going on here. Got my paints over here. Got a card that I'm getting ready to wheel swap. We're going to get wheel swap this one today. And then that one, you'll see. Just one thing at a time here. But I got some new wheels in. Some of the tools that I use here, there's a wheel swap kit that I'm going to be using, and there's some cars I was working on earlier today. I'm always talking about how I I like to add in the headlight, tail light details, the door handles, sometimes the suspensions. So I have a few examples that I've been working on this morning. I'll show you those first. Let's take a look at those. Alright, so I do wish that I had some regular ones I hadn't worked on yet so that you could see the difference in the details, but I think it'll be pretty evident as I'm going along anyway. I just grab random stuff when I'm bored off of the shelf and start filling in the details. This Volkswagen Golf here was missing the headlights. I got them in there now, and I also colored in the license plate tag there and put the little turn signal bezels in. I chose to use orange for the turn signals there, and this car just has a lot more character and a lot more realistic look to it now. With a little wheel swap, there ain't much more else to do. I also painted in the tail lights there, so that's pretty cool. So that's one little project I was up to. Alright, next up, my lowrider Lincoln. Now, you can barely see it, but I did paint those headlights in, and I used a mixture of silver first, and then white, and kind of swirled them together. I like that look on the chrome grille, as it really stands out more in person, but you can tell those headlights are filled in and looking a lot more realistic. I did wheel swap this car, and there's a wheel swap short video if you'd like to go back and check that out. And check out that beautiful red interior with that gloss black paint job. So I filled in the taillights, of course, with red, and it really sets the whole car off, I think, especially with that red interior. Nothing too crazy, just the smallest of details sometimes like this. A wheel swap and just those headlights and tail lights make all the difference in the world. What do you think? Alright, now I gotta still figure out some more things to do to this. This thing started out very, very plain. The whole thing was kind of this boring banana yellow. The wheel swap I did on it even, it's cool. Love the tires especially and everything. I painted in the bottom of the rear axle housing there. But I typically don't even do that on the ones that have a chrome base. When they have a chrome base, they're just not that realistic looking of a suspension anyway. So I usually don't fool with them. I just put a drop of red on there because any little thing you do adds details, right? But I did hit this one on the tail lights, get them colored in. And I hit the door handles. So it's got the door handles now. And I colored in the little orange turn signals. The headlights were already present on this one out of the package. And also touched up the little hood ornament there. So just a few little details definitely made it better. Doesn't have that wow factor yet. Gonna figure out something else. Maybe put some wood grain on the side. I think that would be pretty cool. We'll see where this one goes next. Alright, now these next two get a little bit more extreme. Okay, this is a great turnout for me. Okay, so this one had 0 lights painted in on the front. This, of course, being the, what is this, the Toyota Land Cruiser, maybe? Yeah, FJ40 Land Cruiser. And so I colored in the headlights, some white and silver, and also hit those orange turn signals on the front. Big difference, I think. It had nothing out front. It was just a solid gold front. Made a big, big difference. I painted the mirrors black. They were gold. And put the little silver mirror bracket. Painted that in silver. And the hood latches, they were all gold. I hit them with the silver. Also that trim piece on the front of the hood. Touched it up with some silver. And out back, I did all the door latches. See every one of those top and bottom and the door handle. I hit those all with silver. Put the little red tail lights in on the bottom. That was a solid gold rear end. So lots and lots of details I was able to do on this one. It was a more premium wheel swap that I did. Real rubber tires, of course, with those yellow letter details. So good. And then they continue on the bottom as this one had a great suspension for customizing. I hit those axle housings again and colored in those leaf springs with some silver and the rear drive shaft there. And I didn't do the whole frame. I typically don't do the whole frame on them just because most cars realistically do not have painted frames, okay? They just don't, unless it's a SEMA show truck or something like that. So I just do the smaller details on the frame like the leaf springs and the axle housings, the shocks and transmissions and stuff like that. And it just makes a big difference. To me, this is a very premium car now. Alright, and one more pretty extreme example. If you guys have one of these, mine looks a lot different. It had a solid gray roof. I colored in the roof racks black. I added in the taillights. It did not have those. Another premium real rubber tire wheel swap, of course. Looks great with those yellow letter radials. And out front is where this thing really shines. Check that out, okay? Now, if you have one of these in your collection, it's a mainline, and it just had a solid black grille. Nothing was painted in. You will notice that I painted in everything on the front. The headlights are now painted in. It has these fantastic little four-wheel drive lights. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And I even painted the little tow hook on the winch silver. And flip it over, painted the axle housings and the leaf springs again on this vehicle. And I do that with a toothpick, okay? You can do pinpoint perfect detail on your headlights, taillights, turn signals, and all these little door latches and door handles and stuff. If you just dip a toothpick in there, you can do such more accurate work, way more accurate than a paintbrush. And that's the method that I use. It's a toothpick for everything for the fine details, and you can do some really, really quality, premium looking work on your mainline vehicles. What do you think? Alright, now if you also watch this show quite a bit, I do wheel swaps like all the time. Like almost every day, rather I show them or not on the show. And I use almost the same method every time that I do a wheel swap. And I'm using these hollow axles that I'm getting ready to show you. And sometimes I forget to point out all the details in all my videos. And there's a reason that I use these other than it's just that they're easy. It's super, super easy to use these. You're getting ready to see in this wheel swap that I'm getting ready to perform. But there's more to it than it's just easy. So I'm going to show you that too. I got a little dilemma here, and we're going to fix the problem just like you can do if you use the same method when you do your wheel swaps. Alright, so let's start out with the problem, okay? And I know these are good problems to have. But I got this beautiful 69 Camaro convertible. Absolutely gorgeous. It has staggered wheels, bigger in the back, smaller in the front. The details are fantastic. They could have done a little better job detailing the interior, but let's face it, they never do on main lines that much. And this, in case you're curious, is the 2021 in-case release of this beautiful 69 Camaro. It is in desperate need of a wheel swap to take it to the next level. Now, look at those white racing stripes and the white decals on this car, okay? Now, what I want to do is I want to put a set of wheels, Real Rider Premium white wall with the fantastic details. I would like to put these wheels on that Camaro, but I'm out of them. But I do have some of these same wheels with Redline tires. And they are right here in this wheel swap kit. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. These guys right here, I do have some of these handy. So I was thinking this car being red, it might look better with the red walled side tires there. And I might like these on my Camaro, okay? But here's the other benefit of using the wheel swap method that I use with these hollow axles is that if I at any time change my mind about the wheels that I have already wheel swapped on a car, I don't have to drill this thing apart. I never did to begin with using the hollow axle method. And these wheels are not going to fall off here. The way that I got them on, I can shake the heck out of this. I can even pull on them a little bit. They're not coming off because of the way I do it. And I'll show you that when I get into the wheel swap itself. But if I really want them to come off, I can pull on them really hard. And they will come off, okay? And you see how that little pin is bent? The reason that pin is bent is so that they're really hard to come off. And that's why they stay on the car. But if I ever choose to, I can use these wheels on something else. I popped the tire out there. There we go. I can now put these on the black Camaro. So rather than just it being easier to use this wheel swap method with the hollow axles, I like doing it too because if I ever change my mind, I can always swap these wheels onto different cars. So now we'll go ahead and get into the wheel swap. We'll put the red ones on the red car and these on the Camaro and see how great it comes out. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the rest of these wheels off of here. They're a little bit bigger and they want to get up in the fenders. If they do that, you can get yourself one of these like dental pick tool kind of things and just kind of get it up in there in the wheel well, and then you can pry your wheels right out like that. They just pull right out with those hollow axles there. I'll go ahead and do the same to remove the rear wheels there. Alright, they're off of the car now, and I had to trim those axles when I did the original wheel swap to fit this car. So I'm just going to change the wheels, but I'm still going to use the same axles because they're already trimmed to the right size for this car. And then I'll custom trim my axles when I get to the Camaro. So now all I'm going to do is get my premium wheels ready here. They already come on axles, but you'd have to take your car apart and drill out those rivets to stick these in there, and then they might not even be the right length axles. So another reason to do wheel swaps with your hollow axles. So I'm going to cut these wheels off of these axles since I'm not going to be using them anyway. Alright, here's the rear axle off of that red Nova there, and here is the pin. I'm recycling everything. I'm using the same pin, same axle. It's hollow, you see that? In case you're not used to using these axles before, and you just, to begin, you insert that pin. Now remember to bend it. It's got to have a little bend in it, you see that? And that's what keeps the tension in there to keep your wheels on there. I'm just going to stick it right in the end of this axle here, and just like that. See how it's sticking out of there now? And I'll just tap that in to get it in there. Push it in with my finger there. Okay, now that's in. And now all I got to do is slide my new red sidewall tire onto the end of that axle there. Just like that. And it's going to stay on there. Now I can slide it onto the rear of my red car there. And I'll go ahead and finish this one up. For the interest of saving time, then we'll get right into that Camaro, and I'll show you the results at the end there. Alright, now the Nova's done. We'll do a reveal at the end to check out and see what those red sidewall tires... I'm having a hard time saying red sidewalls, because I want to keep saying white walls, but they're not, they're red. Okay, so let's get to the Camaro. Now, my axles come individually packaged the way I order them. I get these from Temu. You can get them from eBay, just anywhere, but you can see the little axle pins flopping around in there, and they give you even 3 axles with each little pack. They're great value from Temu especially, but you can get them, of course, quicker if you order them on eBay, should you need them a little faster. These are the axles that I use. They are hollow, of course, and those little pins slide in the ends to hold the wheels on. You don't have to drill your cars apart and risk damaging them. And just like I'm showing you here today, if you get tired of the wheels being on one thing and you want to put them on another, just pull them right off and reuse the same axles to swap them onto a different car. Let's get to the Camaro now. Alright, there it is. What a beauty. Those aren't even too bad of wheels to begin with, but let's get them off of there. Alright, I got the wheels off, and I wanted to show you something real quick too. I save all my old wheels. I got lots and lots of different kits with different wheels. I save the old ones, those larger ones in the back. Save those because when you get enough of them build up, or you got a set of those larger wheels in the back, you can do something cool like make a donk, like I did this great Buick Grand National. Isn't that awesome? Donked out Grand National, yeah. Alright, and these are the cutters I use. I got these from Lowe's. They're Klein tools. I spent about as much money trying out different brands of these as a man could spend. And these are about 15 bucks, which for a little pair of needle nose cutters, that's a little pricey, but nothing you get is going to last. You keep cutting with these, they are just so, they don't make nothing I've found yet that's tough enough. But so I got to prepare my new axle pins for the Camaro, and I just grab them in the jaws of these, and just, that's how I put my little bend in those pins. I just, give them a little bend there, and now they're ready to hold those wheels on the Camaro there. Here is the new axle for the Camaro. I'm going to begin by putting my pin in the end of that axle there, just like that. You can see how bent that pin is in the end there. And now I'm just going to tap that in to hold it into the axle there. Then I'm going to slide a wheel onto that axle. And as you can see, that pin is going to hold it on there. And I'll do the same throughout the whole wheel swap for this Camaro. I'll go ahead and finish that up to save time, and then we'll be ready for the reveal at the end. Alright, now let's check out the finished results. Alright, problem solved. Got those great Redline Premium tires and custom wheels on that beautiful Nova. We got ourselves a good roller even with the rubber tires. Wow. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like the white walls or the red walls better on the Nova? And then this one is the one, this is what I really wanted to see. This is why I did this whole thing right there. Man, dang, check out how awesome those real Rider white letter radials look with those white decals on that beautiful drop top 69 Camaro. Oh yeah. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. I appreciate all you that took the time to spend some time with me here this Saturday. And remember, we're always doing cool stuff. These are the videos that I absolutely love to do. I want to do more stuff like this. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because you don't want to miss one of the next upcoming videos where I'm going to invite rather Martha Stewart to come along, and we'll do a instructional craft video and show you how to make a great snow globe, goodness sake, out of your Hot Wheels. We're always looking for great new ways to display our die cast. It is the holidays coming up, and this should be a fun one coming up. So subscribe and don't miss it, and we'll catch you on the next one, everybody. Have a great week.